let's have a bit of revision. What is morality?
Right speech, right action, and right thought.
Okay, that is correct. What's the one way to say it much shorter than that we learned last week? But that's a full version. That's getting to detail, right? A very good answer, that one. But I like a high level, just one sentence, very short. Sorry? Clear pool. Limpid pool. Not quite. Purity in conduct, that's right. Conduct, you know what conduct mean? I speak, I'm conducting. I take action, I'm conducting. Is that clear? What is needed to keep morality stable and strong?
Mindfulness and alertness.
Very good. Mindfulness and alertness. Is that clear? Next. What is the child of mindfulness and alertness? The child is morality. So this is how it sits. Morality, the baby morality, which is small morality when you start to develop it, right? I call it baby. Later on down the track, we're going to make morality grow into an adult. It becomes bigger. It's no longer, this parent is not going to be good enough anymore. Is that clear? So you have to follow with me here. And I try to use this so that you have an image in your head. So we have the father, mindfulness, and alertness. And then we have food, which we talked about last week as well. Next. That was pretty much what we covered last week. Now we're going to go to the next section, which we're continuing on. The question here is this. You understood that mindfulness and alertness guard and protect morality, isn't it? The question is how? How does it protect morality? Yes.
So we say morality is purity in conduct before. So mindfulness help us to, like before we have conduct, we're mindful of what we're about to do or say or what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then alertness is that if we make an error, it helps to like quickly aware of what we did wrong so we can quickly fix it.
Okay, very good. That's right. And then can you relate it to the mother and father as well? You understand what he's saying? So he's basically saying purity in conduct needs someone to be aware, right? To look in the mind and the heart. Yeah? Both mind and heart. So why is mindfulness like the father? Not all of you have children, but if you're a parent of school, you must have children, right? So you must have father and mother. Generally, the role of father is to be aware, protect, isn't it? Men's role is to look around. True or not? Everywhere. And then when they look around, they will talk. Then the mother would jump into action in the house. Isn't that right? Get it now? That's why mindfulness is like the father. Alertness is like the mother who jumps into action to save the children, to teach children. Is that clear? Your heart and your mind is what morality and immorality, where it comes from, isn't it? You need mindfulness to always check it. It checked from the thought first. But the thought go too fast. Your thinking is too fast. Is that clear? You cannot catch what's going on in your mind and your heart. It's too fast. The Buddha called the inability for us to catch our mind and heart, the Buddha called it moha, which is Pali for, in English, moha. Starts with D. Delusion. Delusion means we can't see. You understand or not? We can't see that what we're doing is pure or not pure. It's too fast. So our mindfulness is not in practice. If you want to increase your mindfulness, what do you need to do? Anyone know? You want to increase the strength of mindfulness, the observer. This is where you do samadhi. Samadhi, which in English they call it meditation. So samadhi practice is the practice to increase your mindfulness, your awareness of your mind and your heart. So I hope you understand now. That's how mindfulness and alertness looks after your morality. When our mind is constantly having mindfulness and alertness, it basically is doing effort, isn't that right? It's taking efforts. And what is effort? Effort is energy. Energy can come in two ways. Through body or mind. Buddha have a teaching, he called it the 4 right effort. The Buddha says there are 4 cases where a person generates desire. Endeavor, activate persistence, uphold and exert his intent. A person generate mean make desire. What's desire? Desire means you want something. Endeavor means to try. Activate persistence. Persistence means keep going. Don't give up. Uphold and exert. Uphold means to stay the same, to keep not fall. And try to follow the thinking. Intent means the thinking. So how do you follow your thinking? Right? Because the effort which means your body, your speech, follow your thinking, isn't that right? There are 4 cases. Right? And these are 4 right way. If there are 4 right way, that means there are 4 wrong way. You understand or not? Alright, let's go look at the first one. The first right effort is for the purpose of non-arising of evil. You know what that means? Unskillful qualities that have not yet arisen. So the first effort is you make it so that you do things for the sake of not allowing bad things to come up. Is that clear? So if you're mindful, you can stop bad things from coming up. Can you think of an example? Look at this one here. Your children's phone, tablet. How many of you set the timer, like what do you call it, screen time and all that? How many of you parent? You do? Good. So when you do that, you stop the children from doing bad things. That's the right effort. Understand it? Yeah. That's the right effort. Do things before bad things arise. You understand the first right effort from Buddha? And most of you, when you find Pao Buddha school, when you put your children in Pao Buddha school, it's because that's what you want to do, isn't it? You want to find a school that stops your children from doing wrong thing. And you know, many children, when they get to 15, you know why a lot of children don't like Pao Buddha school? 14, 15, they start to not like Pao Buddha school. On one rule. You know what that one rule is? Everything is strict, but we have so many strict rules. They say strict. What is one strict rule that many children from 14, 15, 16, 17 don't like Pao Buddha school for? No. One rule that we have here that many children don't like.
Mr. Sweet, what did you say? I said no relationship.
Yes, no relationship. When they're in primary school, they're okay. But the moment they get to year 8, year 9, they don't like that rule the most. They say it's too strict. Some parents even agree with their children. But that rule is to stop evil from arising. You understand evil? Have you all had a relationship? If anybody says no to me, you must be Virgin Mary. You all had a relationship, right? Have you broken it up your heart before? Messy mind, messy heart, isn't it? Can you study if you're a child?
No.
Do you want your children to go through that?
No.
But your children say it's strict, right? But we want to stop their mind from broken, from impurity. You understand? We know the parent want that too, isn't it? But some parents come and tell us when their children have relationship, they say, oh, you're too strict at school. Some children, mainly the senior one, 14, 15, when they have relationship, they hide it. They will tell their parent, oh, I want to change school. This school is no good. They lie to the parent. Do you understand it? They were good all along. From primary school, suddenly, 15, 16, public school is no good. And the parent just believed the children. But we know why. But the parent doesn't want to believe us. That's right effort number 1. Next. Right effort number 2. For the sake of abandonment of evil. Unskillful qualities that have a reason. So what does that mean? This one the Buddha say, if your action or your speech is evil, impure, not pure conduct, right? You take effort to get rid of it. You understand? The first one says, take the effort to not let the evil come up. This one says, okay, already evil come out of your mouth or your action. Take effort to get rid of it. Is that clear? Understand? Next one. Number 3. The next effort, he says, take this for the sake of the arising of skill qualities that have not yet arisen. Which means good things that have not yet come up, make it come up. Take the effort so that it come up. You understand or not? Can somebody give an example how a parent would do this? What do you do as parent to try and teach your kids to take the effort so that the goodness come up? Here's a picture. Can help you. Teaching to wash dishes. Is that teaching them to bring good quality to come up? It's not just behaving. You know, if you as parent, you have worked with people, right? You've seen people who are not very successful. They're very messy, aren't they? Very messy. You look at all successful people, they're very clean, most of them. Clean physically is to have a clean mind and a clean heart. When you teach them cleanliness from a young age, everywhere they go when they're old, they're still clean. They see something wrong, they fix it. But if the children grow in a house that is dirty, even if they see something wrong, dirty, they won't pick it up. Do you agree or not? So if your children are lazy at home, you have not taught them how to bring skillful quality to come up. So many parents hate public school for reason number 2. If you look at YouTube, Google reviews. Lots of reviews of people who were asked to leave the school. You know what they write about public school? This school is bad. They make students clean the bathroom, clean the school, clean the toilet. Child labor, they write. Isn't it? And they go around and spread it. I don't know why the good parent didn't write something good in our Google review, right? But is it bad? Making children clean? No, it's not. It's bad if you don't make them clean, isn't it? But yet, public school get bad reviews on Google because the lazy student and family keep on adding to Google review. But we are actually trying to purify, clean their heart and mind. Buddha approves, see it? It's from the Buddha. What we do, we use the Buddha's teaching, but yet we have people who hate us. Do you understand? And the 4th right effort, can you guess? Make the goodness that have not arisen, right? What's the last one?
Remember. Keep it in
Yeah, if it already, the good arise already, make it increase. Make it increase. You can guess. Easy, isn't it? Read it. For the maintenance, which means to keep it, don't let it fall. For non-confusion, no increased wisdom. To increase, plenitude means to make more. To develop, and culmination of skillful, to bring all the skills together. That's the fourth right effort. Is the Buddha wrong? Well, if you say the Buddha wrong, then please put forward now, I'm his student, I will debate you. And if you can beat me, then I will call my teacher. I call Buddha. Okay, I hope you understand. Here's a picture. A student who starts to learn an instrument cannot grow if they don't practice, isn't that right? You don't stop. You must try. It's the job of the teacher, the parent, to keep them trying. The job of the teachers at school to keep them trying. You understand? So Power Buddha School is a hard school for students who are lazy. Do you understand that? We are not going down, flowing water down the mountain. We are taking students up the mountain, swimming up the river. But they will be strong people. So these are the four right effort. Can you see that to have mindfulness and to have alertness, you need to have four right effort all the time? You have to. Is everybody clear? Here are secrets of success. Have you ever gone to a business talk, business seminar, 3 days, 4 days? One day they charge you $1,500, 4 days they charge you $3,000, $4,000. And they say they have secret to success. Here is more real. Do you understand or not? If it doesn't make sense to your experience, you say something, I can help talk to you. There is no secret to success without you trying, you understand? Without you doing the right way. Most people are paying people high money because they're lazy to do it themselves, to do the work. It's a long-term work to be successful, do you understand? When you see a tennis champion winning one tournament and win $5 million, and you go, oh, that's easy money. No, what you don't see is the many years practicing, getting up in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, training. Do you understand that? It's exactly the same. So when you want to train your morality, which is to have mindfulness and have alertness, to keep morality, which is a child growing, you need these four right efforts. Otherwise, you have four wrong efforts. And what are the wrong efforts? Opposite to each one. I don't need to study. I don't need to go back, but parents who are not, remember last week we saw a video? Did that father do this? Some area maybe, most will not, isn't it right? So you have to look at yourself as parents. When your children fail at school, who causes it the most? The teacher at school or the teacher at home? Teacher at home. It's easier to blame someone else, isn't it? But you are the one who had children. You are the one who brought them up, isn't it? If your children fail, it's not because of them or the school or their friends. Because you fail to take the four right efforts. You fail to be mindful and alert. You fail to build their morality. Do you understand? Last week we touched on, okay, so mindfulness is the father, alertness is the mother. They're guarding, isn't it right? Yeah. Guarding morality. So if you have a child, a baby, just come to your family. Is it okay just the father looking at what's going on, the mother just waiting, ready to get up and look after the baby? Will the babies continue to live? You understand what I'm saying? The mother is waiting to take action. Is that enough? What else is not enough? Why not? What else do we need? What else does baby need?
Life skill.
Sorry?
Life skill.
Not yet. A baby cannot have life skill yet, can't move. Why? Are you parents? You are, right? Come on, you all had your children, small ones. Is it okay just to look at the baby when they come? No, what else you need to do to make sure they live? You gotta give food.
Yeah.
Food, right? It's not good enough just to look, isn't it? So if morality is a baby, mindfulness, look and see the mind, yes? Through the 4 right effort. Alertness, take action. But if you don't give it food, how will it grow? Are you with me? So what's the food? We started that last week, and I remember you gave one right answer, which was? Loving kindness. What's another one?
Compassion.
Compassion. 2. Another one?
Sympathy. Joy for the other.
What does that mean?
It's like when someone success, you genuinely happy for them.
Yes, good. When someone success, you're happy for them. Or you see your children eating and enjoy their food, you're happy for them, isn't it?
The genuine.
Yeah. You serve your parents, they feel good, you feel happy. 3, what's the last one?
Equanimity.
Equanimity, what does that mean?
Mean like letting go something. It's not granted. Not get attachment or being like to grow more craving.
Okay,
Yeah.
good enough. To be neutral, not to be happy, not to be sad or angry. To be more neutral. No matter what happened, don't get your emotion up and down. Make sense? Don't go too happy, don't go too sad, because it doesn't help you. And you know, the Buddha called this 4 food, the Buddha called it Brahma Vihara. Brahma is the highest gods in the heaven realm, Brahma. Vihara means house. Brahma Vihara means the house of the gods. So the Brahma God, up on the highest level of heaven, these are the 4 things they have. And they go and help and build the world. And every one of us have it. It never run out, this one. You think about it in your own life experience. When you help somebody and you're happy to see them having happy time, do you ever run out tired of that one? Will you run out of that happiness?
No.
Look at your children. You work so hard to help them, right?
Yeah.
Is it compassion or loving kindness?
Loving kindness.
Yes. Loving kindness, because loving kindness is the love, the selfless love that you have for your children. Because you want them to grow, isn't that right? So a lot of parents work so hard to help their children, isn't it? In fact, the Buddha says, if a child's about to run into a car, a mother or father would run in, push him out and get hit by the car. That's the love. It's selfless. Is that clear? Do you ever run out of that? When you love your husband or you love your wife, is that loving kindness? No. But there are loving kindness in that. But mostly when you first meet, it's more selfish love. Because they do things that you need. Okay, I choose that person because they have something I want.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
So that's not loving kindness. That's why it has greed. It has greed in there. That one burn you. After a while, after you've been together for 2 years, you look at each other, you argue. But for your children, very hard, isn't it? Because you love from generosity, selflessness. that doesn't burn. Is that clear? Now, what's compassion? Because the parent online is asking. Compassion is the intention to help somebody when they're suffering. So when you see somebody suffering, you act to pull them out of that suffering. That's compassion. You understand? But loving kindness, a child, your children, may not suffer, but you might go and buy them something extra. Just give it to them anyway, because the love for them, out of kindness, they may not be suffering, but you're going to give it to them because you want them to have more goodness coming up. Remember the right effort? Sometimes parents just go, oh, you walk around and you see a jacket that's warm, you go, oh, it's winter, my child's cold. And then you go and buy the jacket. You know the children are not suffering, they never complain, right? But you do it anyway. That's loving kindness. But compassion, when you see your children shaking, and they don't say anything, you see them shaking, immediately you take off your jacket and you put it around them. That's compassion. Understand the difference? And selfless joy is a happiness that you have. It's not really an action, but more of a happiness in rejoice. You're sharing the happiness of their happiness. So imagine in Australia, every time a children's birthday comes, now every Asian, every Buddhist, when they go to a restaurant, birthday come, happy birthday song, give gifts. When the child is happy, is that selfless joy? If the children it's their birthday and they're receiving all the gifts, they're having happiness, right? Is that happiness selfless joy? Yes? Why?
Because they have received what they wanted, and they also.
Okay, stop there. You said they received what they wanted. If it's what they want, how is that selfless? That's more selfish.
Because if you're doing a birthday, then they're expecting to get something.
Right, so that means they're expecting to get something for who? For them or for the other people?
For themselves.
That means it's selfish. How can it be selfless?
It's the opposite then.
Yes, very opposite. See it? In birthday, when you celebrate, you are actually teaching your children to be selfish. Have you seen around Australia, children on their birthday, if the parents forget, their friends forget, they go all sad, depressed. Sad, isn't it? It's the wrong teaching. You know what I do with my children on their birthday? You're not going to like it. They have to cook me a meal or they have to give somebody something. Because on their birthday, everybody suffer. Their turn to give back to people. Sorry? Yeah, the mother, oh, especially the mother. The father is on the pub drinking because he's stressed too. Just a joke, but it's true. Mother and father stressed, but yes, mother go through a lot of pain.
That's what I do to my children.
Yes.
On your birthday, you have to go to your mom.
Yes.
Appreciate what she did.
Yes.
So bring it out here. That take a risk of a life.
Yep. And the mother is supposed to go to the children and go, oh, your father worked like a cow. You should do that. In Australia, they only pay attention to mum, never look after father, which is wrong. You understand or not? Both mother and father work very hard to help children. That's the selfless joy. When they have that joy in giving back to the parent, that's when your children have morality. You understand or not? So the happy birthday in the Christian world is not that nice. Not really. I remember my daughters from the age of 14, 13 or something. I said to them, if your friends want to give you a present, can you tell them to give you money instead? Whatever they want to buy, just don't buy, just give you the money for that present and then use that money to donate to some people. You understand or not? It's a hard teaching because the whole school system was teaching them the other way. You understand? Yeah, so even I wasn't liked by my children. But that's the price that a good teacher must pay. You're not here to try and win the love. I'm not trying to win their love because I want them to like me. You understand? That's selfish. If you want your children to be strong, you got to do things selflessly. Not for you, but for them. Is that clear? So, These are the 4 foods. You understand now why these are the 4 foods? If you have this, then your conduct will be more pure, isn't it? You understand why they're the food to morality now? It's hard to do good, right? Very hard to do good. These 4 qualities, 4 food, the Buddha talked about. Everybody have it, especially when you become parent, you have more, isn't that right? When you don't have children yet, this one stay inside you but small. But when you have children, it open up. Not everybody, but about 80-90% of people, when they become parent, this will come out. Isn't that right? Some of you, when you were single, you never wake up early, yes? Right? Go back to before when you're single. Sorry? Always wake up late. But when you have children, what happened?
Even earlier.
Yes. Oh, so you wake up early, and then you wake up even earlier. Exactly. So I always teach these single people, do you need to have children to change? And I bet you, most of you go, oh, I could have done this without children, right? You could have improved yourself before you had children. If you were like that, you would be very successful people. You agree or not? But now, when I go somewhere, I have to buy 3 more tickets. Flying overseas, when I was single, I can buy 1 ticket. Now I have to buy another 3 tickets, 3 children, right? Do you understand or not? Because these four qualities come out of you. That's why the Buddha says the parents are like the gods to the children. Because this is what the Buddha called the house of the gods. Good parents are like gods to the children. And if we don't know how to teach them to respect the parent as gods, right? Not like this country. This country say, oh, you use child labor. You understand? My own family, I embarrass myself a little bit. When my children, because we're a broken family, divorced family. So when my daughters come to my home every weekend when they were small, they have to wash dishes. But in the other house, they do nothing. They sleep till 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And then when they go home, the children report to the mother and say, oh, in daddy's house, they have to wash the dishes, clean the house, clean this, clean the car. And then for 1 or 2 years, I keep on hearing some of my children saying to me, I use child labor. Their mother saying that I'm using the labor. You understand? The children, when they hear such word, they have hate towards the father. You understand? But I didn't mind. I'll still do the same. I never change my routine. I don't change my way. So here are 2 of my children in front of me. I can tell you, when they were young, they never want to come to my home. They don't like it. Understand or not? My medicine doesn't taste very nice. But it is a selfless medicine. I did not do what they want because I want their love for me. I love them. I want them to grow. Do you understand? That is the cost, the pain that we have to pay if we use the 4 Brahma Vihara. But I have a lot of selfless joy. I did not have pain from my kids complaining because I know that I'm doing the 4 right efforts from the Buddha. Think about what I'm saying to you. Let's move on. I'm gonna give some example here, or values, or sometimes we call it immeasurables. You know what the word immeasurable means? Cannot be measured, too big to measure. Can you measure how much compassion you have? Can you measure how much loving kindness you have? Can't. Will you run out? That's why it cannot be measured. Is that clear? Can you see how they are food for morality? Let me give you some very quick example and see if you can guess. Look at this scene. You want to plan a dinner You just got paid, first job, you just got paid, and you want to plan a dinner to buy a big dinner for your parents and your family. Have you ever done that before? Don't have to be first job, but you want to bring your parents or somebody you love to go to have a good dinner outside somewhere. You're the organizer. What's the quality? Which of the 4 Brahma Vihara, which of the 4 immeasurable are you using? Selfless joy? Selfless joy can only happen when you see them being happy. You're not seeing them yet. You're still organizing.
It's in the mind, when you organize it.
Yeah, but you see, selfless joy, when you see someone being happy, then you are also happy.
That's already happened.
Already happened. It's happening already. Now you're just organizing. Which of the food is feeding you to go and organize that lunch? Loving kindness. That's correct.
And compassion.
Compassion?
Yes, because like you invite your parents, your family to have dinner, then you think what type of the restaurant or the cuisine that my mom and dad like to eat.
But if you say compassion, are they suffering right now?
No, but I want them to have more.
Good. So that's not compassion then. Compassion is when you see them suffering and then you want to pull them out.
Okay.
And that's very good. We have this talk, right? Many people don't quite understand compassion very well, right? If you see someone suffering, you want to pull them out of suffering. That's compassion. But here she said, I want them to enjoy more. And they're not suffering, which means it's loving kindness. That's what Ms. Sharma said. Is that clear or not? So train yourself about this one and ask yourself which one of this is acting. Is that clear? So it's loving kindness that makes you go. And even you're going to spend your own money as well, right? You're happy to spend your money because it's love with kindness. Is that clear or not? It's very different to you excited to go when someone invites you to dinner. But this one, you're giving dinner. That's loving kindness. Understand? Is that the same? Yes? Question?
Miss Chloe Pham's mom asked, I teach my children the same giving, but they said no and not willing to share their good fortune to the people who have less fortune. How can I change that? Thank you.
You can change it by embodying it more often. Children learn through parent acting it out more than words. So parent need to develop the 4 right effort intentionally, doing it more and more, and not giving up. Okay, I hope that, which camera is the parent? This one, okay. You should put a parent camera here for me too. Okay, so yeah, that's what parent can do. You use the 4 right efforts and you use the Brahma Vihara still, and then you just keep activating, keep doing it. Not sometime. When I speak, my children don't listen to me much. They probably listen less than 10%. But when someone else outside talk, I get that all the time. I say this same message 1,000,000 times, and then someone else come and talk, and they go, oh, look at that. And I'm thinking, I've been saying this like 1,000,000 times. So I realize that they copy my action more than they listen to me. So one way for parent is to act, take the 4 right effort and use the 4 food. And just watch your own mind. Your children will learn from you. You understand? Okay, there's many other ways, that's just one way. Okay, we're moving on. This here, what's this picture? Assuming that the father is actually organizing this dinner. Which of the Brahma Vihara? Selfless joy. Everybody clear? Next one. Okay, so this scenario, I create in this dinner here, there's amongst friends, and a certain parent hear another parent talk about the success of their children's HSC. And the other parents talking, oh, my child last year did a very high HSC score, and then now they're studying medicine. Asian love it, medicine, right? Then after this dinner, the parent go home, Not the parent of the child that make medicine, the one who was listening, right? And then they go, oh, my children don't have tutor. I better find them a tutor. Yes? Or maybe they already have a tutor. And then the parent go, oh, my children need another tutor. Which of the Brahma Vihara? Do you understand? Compassion. Why? Don't just say it without a reason. And I like it. You are actually a very good parent. You actually say something. We speak to each other backward and forward. This is excellent. Why compassion? Or say online, parents?
Michelle said compassion, but I think she's writing everything now.
Okay. Anyone? Reason for compassion?
You see the other parent-child success and you want your child to be the same. Oh,
But what's compassion mean?
you want to help them.
If they are suffering, you want to help them when you see that they are suffering. Right?
Michelle said because they are suffering from lack of understanding content.
They're suffering from lacking of understanding content. So then I asked you, Ms. Sharma, how do you know they're lacking content when you go and organize a tutor without talking to your child? If you say compassion, you need to understand that your children are suffering first, isn't it? But this parent did not talk to your children. They just go and find another tutor. You understand?
Yeah.
If you had talked to your children and you know that they're suffering, then you go and find a tutor. That's compassion.
Yeah.
So there cannot be compassion based on your reason. Actually, this is none of the four food. This is opposite. This is the parent acting out of selfish love, opposite to loving kindness. You didn't talk to your children. How do you know if they want to do medicine? Do you know that? The other one, did you know how they're going at school? What is their hardship? Have a talk to them. Right? Why is it that parent look to say doctor is the way, the highest thing, and then force your children to do what you want to do, not what they want to do? Can you imagine if the whole world is just full of doctors and no one else do anything else? There's no cook, there's no musician, there's no engineers. What is the world like? Do you understand or not? So this is the parent acting out of selfish love. And anything selfish will hurt, will cause suffering. Is that clear? You want to help your children become successful, guide them, talk to them. And when they need more help, you go and find help after you know clearly what is needed. Is that clear? So be careful. Using the four Brahma Vihara, a lot of people don't understand. I say to parents, you know, many children go to tutoring, but no parent actually take care of what the tutor is doing. A lot of tutoring school doesn't do the right thing. They're giving work that make the parent think that the children are doing hard work, but the children doesn't even get it. They go every day and just trying to memorize things extra after school because the parent put them in there. But if you find a tutor that actually try to make them understand the work that they don't get at school, that's a good tutor. But 95% of parents, from my experience, I've been teaching for 30-something years. Public school is only 13 years, 12 years. I know that many parents don't even take care of what's going on in the tutoring school. They don't know. The kids just push like prisoner. Do you understand or not? I'm not saying tutoring is wrong. I'm saying that the parent not paying attention with their heart is wrong. Do you understand? And you actually hurt the kids. You damage the kids because they got too tired from learning. And I'm not saying tutoring is wrong, you understand or not? I'm saying the parents who is irresponsible, who just pushes the kids. Sometimes you push the kids because you never made that dream when you were younger, right? You're making your kids live your dream, but they're not you. So you're not even acting out of compassion when you do it, you're acting out of greed. Do you understand? No, but that doesn't mean that you leave your kids to do whatever they want either. Is that clear or not? Please don't, I'm not saying that. You have to guide them to something high. You need to set high expectations. Are you clear? I'm not saying, no, don't worry, don't bring them to tutor. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't misunderstand me. You need to raise them up, high expectations, just like a king and a queen make their children go high. You don't just let them free because they're young. You need to set high expectations. Are you clear? But be careful how you set it. Watch your effort. Is it right or wrong? What's your food? Is it selfish love, which is poison? Or is it selfless love, loving kindness, which is medicine? Understand or not? And I think that's about 11 o'clock, isn't it? I'm sorry, we have to finish on time every week. So last week I gave you more time, but I think you will also appreciate it too when we finish on time. And this is where we have to stop. And I hope today brings more clarity to your heart. You might think this is not big, but it's actually very, very big. There is no need to find big secrets to parenting. You understand? This is the secret. The secret is to understand what's going on in your heart and your mind. When you do, you can fix yourself. And when you can fix yourself, you can teach others. Don't teach others when you don't know what's going on in here and here, especially the heart. Do you understand that? Because you're poisoning them. You're poisoning the children. Do you follow me? And nowadays parents are always following the Western mindset, the Australian mindset. Oh, be positive, don't make them upset. What do you mean, don't be as long as you tell the truth, as long as you do things to benefit them now and the long future. Sometimes right now it hurts them. When something good from the future, it's going to hurt them right now. Do you understand? Don't stop. But the Western country says, don't do it if you hurt them now. That's what positive means. Well, what is positive? Positive now, but negative later. That's not good, is it? Do you understand? So the Brahma Vihara is very balanced if you use full right effort. But you need to be mindful and alert. The main thing is, if you find everything very hard, one key word, one key thing you have to put into your children. What is that thing? This is falling under what? Morality, that's it. What is the school motto? Enlightenment through morality, discipline and wisdom. The key to success, that motto, morality, discipline, which the Buddha calls samadhi, and wisdom, panya, it is the formula of success given by Buddha, the enlightened king. And our school take that teaching and put it inside the school every day. Our motto is not just a logo like many schools. If you ask the staff of many schools, they don't even know what the meaning of the logo is. Our school, this motto is in all the training grounds. Do you understand? Okay, that's all for today, and I thank you all for being here, who's in front of us here, and also the people online. And I hope that you're not just sitting there and just doing nothing much. I'd like you to activate your generosity. You will see, next week I will get into generosity, how it is a very big tool. It's a bigger food. And I'll tell you what it's food for later. But you need to activate that. And Buddha is, the first teaching that the Buddha teach to lay people when he walked around India, the first teaching, you know what that is? Not morality, generosity. And then after that, morality. But he often do it together. He first start by generosity, then he go into morality. I start with you a little bit different, morality first. Okay? Hopefully you will see the big picture and the whole big cake later.